A great deception. Will people be kept out of heaven by this deception? What deception? The deception of redefining Bible words. Bible words that you can easily see in the English, easily figure out what it means, but somebody redefines it to change the meaning. For example, John 6:47, spoken by Jesus, says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. The word believe, simple, believe on Jesus and nothing else, and you'll have everlasting life. But somebody comes in and says, well, it doesn't really mean that. They say believe really means works. Why? How do they get that? Well, they go to a Greek lexicon or dictionary, and they say, well, the word believe in Greek is really an action word and all this kind of stuff, and they try to convince you that it really means to work. That is dangerous. Greek lexicons and dictionaries are not inspired. The Word of God is inspired. Also, Greek lexicon dictionary authors, some of them are very questionable. They may not even be Christians. Also, a Greek word could be translated 10 to 15 different ways in English. And lastly, do you know of any verse in the English Bible that tells you anything like, when you get confused or something's hard to understand, go to the Greek? No. The Word of God is inspired and we can trust it. Now, I can easily go to the English and show you that the word believe does not include works. I'm going to go to Romans chapter 4, verse 5, which says, But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. I'm going to say the first part again. Notice how close the words worketh and believeth are. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him. Right there, God tells you that believe does not include works. Now, they don't stop there with the word believe in redefining. They also redefine the word faith the same way. The word faith and belief are actually used in many verses together. They are in Romans 4:5. I'll read it again. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. Believe and faith are basically synonyms. They basically mean the same thing and are used together in quite a few verses like John 20:27, Romans 3:22, and others. Well, I can go to the English Bible, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, and get the definition of faith, which says, Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. My faith is the evidence that Jesus exists. I can't see him. My faith is the evidence that heaven exists. I can't see it. Can you see works? Sure you can. So works is not included in faith. This is done with a lot of words, including hell. You'll hear people say, well, I know it says hell, but it doesn't really mean that. It means something else. This is done a lot of times with a lot of biblical words. Be very careful. Now, the original question is, could people use that deception to convince other people to do a works gospel and be possibly kept out of heaven? Yes. Be very careful of anyone that comes to you trying to redefine Bible words.